Dricus du Plessis. How do you beat this guy? I mean, what are you expecting?
No, man, 25 minutes. I think it's going to, I don't want to go the distance, but the guy's a brick for a head, you know. I just think, too, without the blood and the cut, the damage and to keep multiplying and multiplying, probably 4th, 5th round TKO.
When you look at 145, it's Ilya Duporia. He's Spanish. Then 155 is Islam. 170, who's 170 champ? That's Bilal Muhammad. Yeah,
Bilal.
you're kind of right. Yeah, I think it's probably
I
the
can't
first
believe
time.
you just said who is the 170 champ.
You, sir, are a whore. You fled a country, you went back and you got buddy-buddy with a dictator and you fled again. Doesn't matter how good of a fighter you are and will always be a f***ing whore.
What do you think about that rematch?
I love it. I wanted that one. I didn't want Izzy. I would have walked through Izzy. I love it, bro.
You
Again,
think Dricus is a tougher matchup for you? Because you want
let me tell you, if it wasn't for that headbutt and cut, I would have walked through him. Watch that fight till the blood happened. I was living in the f***ing Matrix, bro. I was seeing everything. Yeah. And the reason why I lost 3 and 4 was the blood.
The highly anticipated Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis fight at UFC 313 is getting closer, and the fans can't wait to see them going head-to-head against each other. But before that, we have some interesting news to cover, as Tom Aspinall has denied admitting that beating Jon Jones would make him a GOAT. Tom Aspinall has admitted that the experience and achievements of Jon Jones are much greater than his. The English MMA fighter said that the technique of Jon Jones is also better than him, but Aspinall knows that he also has an edge over the pound-for-pound king in some aspects like age and size. Tom Aspinall believes in his power and thinks that even Jones won't be able to stand against it.
I actually agree with a lot of what John says. When you put the resumes next to each other, his resume is far superior to mine. The risk-reward for the both of us. His risk is, he has everything.
So on the skill differentials, where would you say he has the edge and where do you have the edge?
He's amazing at everything.
Are you better than him at any one discipline?
No, but I'm way younger, I'm way more athletic, and way bigger. I possess a power that he's never seen before or even close to.
Tom Aspinall agreed that Jon Jones's achievements can't be overshadowed. However, Aspinall backs himself as the best fighter in the world at present. Moreover, Tom also thinks that beating Jon Jones will make him the greatest of all time. Rather, he believes that he will only get the title of the current best fighter in the world.
But like I said, I completely agree with everything that he says in terms of resume, but it's not about Jon's resume. It's about who's the best in the world right now, and I think it's me.
Which would make you the greatest of all time?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Well, if you beat the GOAT.
No, it wouldn't.
Aren't you the new GOAT?
No, it'd make me the best heavyweight right now.
Fans went crazy for Charles Oliveira and Nate Diaz. The UFC fans went crazy for Nate Diaz and Charles Oliveira at the pop-up event of Full Violence. A lot of fans gathered there to have a glimpse of the former lightweight champion. The craze of UFC and Oliveira was unreal, as some people were there even since 4 o'clock in the morning to meet their stars.
We got the Bronx.
I love you.
It has a name. The Bronx.
Come on, Biz. What's up, Biz? What's up? Let's go. Let's go.
Nate Diaz arrived a bit late, but the scenes were similar as his fans were still there to get pictures and autographs with the UFC star. Nate had a great time with his fans out there.
Shoot them. Let's go. Love. Show. Shoot him. Hey, hell yeah. Flip it off. Flip it off, people. Hey, Elijah, shoot a pick from that corner right there. Hey, get behind me. Let's take a fella.
Yo, Nate, you want the joint?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah. Thank you. Another gang with
Israel Adesanya surprises his little fan after his knockout. Israel Adesanya has broken the hearts of a lot of his fans after his recent knockout defeat against Nasruddin Imavov. However, one of his little fans burst into tears after his defeat, and the former champion couldn't resist reaching out to make him happy. He had a video call with the kid to turn his tears into a big smile.
Why are you crying?
Why are you crying?
Because Lasagna lost.
Because Lasagna lost?
Okay, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. ¿Te acuerdas cuando estabas llorando? Porque Adesanya perdió. Adesanya lost, right? Adesanya sent you a video. ¿Cómo hacía? Un video, enseñó a video. Adesanya. What do you think of that? ¿Qué tú crees? Adesanya, ¿tu favorito? ¿Él es tu favorito? Sí. Sí, bien.
¿viste?
Yeah, you're good.
Dana White doesn't want to give a hint about his plans for Islam Makhachev. Dana White doesn't want to give a hint about his plans for Islam Makhachev. The CEO of UFC didn't give a satisfactory answer when he was asked about his thoughts on whether Islam will again defend his title or get the opportunity to move up a weight class. Dana said that everyone will know this at the right time.
Hi. You said that we are preparing something special for Islam Makhachev. Is something special you mean in his weight class or other weight class?
You said you're preparing something special for Islam. Is it in his weight class or a different weight class?
As soon as we announce it, you'll know.
Okay.
Shara Magomedov blames his medical health for his defeat. Shara Magomedov suffered his first career loss after 15 wins in MMA and 4 wins in UFC. The Dagestani fighter dropped a unanimous decision to Michael Page recently at ANB Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. After this surprising defeat, Magomedov released a statement hinting at a nightmarish health condition and went into details about what exactly it was that he was going through. He revealed that he was suffering from sickness during the fight and his whole body was disturbed. Magomedov told Red Corner MMA in an interview, "I've never felt this sick in the cage. My legs were gone, my arms felt weak, and I've got a lot of health issues I don't want to reveal. It was a whole bunch of problems that affected my performance. My mind was there, but my body was off. I've got dysbacteriosis and parasitosis in my intestine, and I've got problems with my bile flow. I hope to fix this issue, at least before the fight, but it's still there." Shara Magomedov further elaborated on his sickness and how it affected his performance against Michael Page. Magomedov said that he was not feeling enough power in his body, and after landing just a few punches, he got tired. Shara revealed that he was completely out of his mind about what to do. Shara Magomedov further added, "That's why I could not keep the proper pace. I was feeling sick after throwing just a few punches, so I needed a break. After every couple of punches, just moving on my feet for a minute. I was even afraid that I could throw up in the fight. When I was going back to my corner after the first round, I felt like I was about to throw up. All of that bile stuck up here didn't let me work. It's still there even now. My legs were gone." Michael Page advised Magomedov to avoid instant excuses. Michael Venom Page responded to this interview and was asked about Magomedov claiming he was compromised during their bout. Page said on the Ariel Helwani show, "If I was to give any advice moving forward, if you accept the fight knowing that you have had anything prior to the fight, then the result is the result." Page added that after a defeat, anything you say, even if it is genuine, it would sound like an excuse. So Page advised Shara to not say anything like that again after a defeat because it would damage his own image. Michael Page added, "If you win, you can say what you want. If you lose, just keep it to yourself. It just looks, maybe later down the line, you can say you had a few issues, but directly afterward, he could be completely factual, but it just comes across wrong. It comes across as an excuse. That would be my only advice for him." Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. Coming back to the main topic, Dricus du Plessis reveals his hard training to get his body in good shape ahead of his fights. Du Plessis prioritizes strength training, and according to him, he never misses his strength training no matter if he is in the camp or outside.
And I believe now, so when I'm outside of camp, I would, in terms of strength training, I would prioritize strength training and make sure I get those in. Because strength training during a fight camp, like hard strength training, takes a lot out of you. It just gets you stiff. It's something that needs to be, and it's stuff that I, over the years, started realizing. So, and strength is not something you lose over a couple of weeks. But, that's where I put the focus on my conditioning in terms of, building the tank, making sure you peak at time, getting that in as the extra sessions, but always prioritizing my sport-specific training.
Du Plessis also claimed that he did more than 3 training sessions per day, which even shocked the host Demetrius Johnson. The training of the South African fighter is quite tough, and he is putting all his effort to get ready before his upcoming bout against Sean Strickland.
I try to get into, like, I do 3-4 sessions of training a day.
Damn.
That gets into between doing my zone 2 work of light cardio, low intensity cardio, doing my high intensity work, whether it be explosive work or, you know, explosive strength endurance. Then my main session with our coach, which is a 2-hour session of, this is MMA. So Mondays it might be we're doing setups and takedowns. Tuesday we might be doing just striking, specific stuff. Wednesdays we might be doing, we're doing all the combos that we work with a takedown, you know, for example, those kind of things. But that's coaches, so that is our main session, and after that I have grappling.
Du Plessis further talked about his previous encounter with Sean Strickland. He thinks that the jabs of Strickland are not very powerful, but it is hard to defend against him.
What was your first impression of Sean Strickland? And, you know, walk me through the first time you guys had your first encounter in the octagon.
Yeah, I mean, walking out there, I guess I bruised easily because at first that jab, we knew that jab was effective, but it was in such a way that I didn't care about it. It wasn't hurting me. I was like, cool, I'll take the jabs. I'll take the jabs till I can, because he doesn't throw them with like crazy power. It's a hard jab. It's a proper jab, but it's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna knock me out. It might cut you, but probably not. And after taking a guy, I'm just setting it up, and defensively, he is tricky to deal with.
Du Plessis said that Strickland is a defensive fighter and he avoids getting offensive during the bout. According to Du Plessis, this defensive approach of Strickland is the reason behind a lot of his fights ending with a split decision. The South African fighter said that he prioritizes going for the finish and that it would be a bit difficult against Strickland.
You can see it, look at his record. He has 8 split decision victories. Well, split decisions, I think 2 losses and 6 victories. He does not mind to have that kind of fight. I do. I don't want that kind of fight. I want to fight. People pay a lot of money to be there. I go out there to look for that finish. And he makes it really hard because he prioritizes defense over offense, for sure.
Yep.
And he does a very good job at that. He hides it. And, you know, the way he fights, it puts you in a position that you're struggling to reach it.
On the other hand, Sean Strickland said that he respects Dricus Du Plessis for his achievements as a fighter. However, Strickland doesn't think that DDP is the best fighter of his division, and he is confident to beat him.
Talk about Dricus though. How do you put him in his place?
You know, man, let me say, dude, I give respect to Dricus, dude. He fights like on a short bus, dude. He goes full send, dude. I mean, he goes full send. I don't think he's the best fighter, dude, but when you fight like on a short bus, dude, you got to kill that man to stop him. So, you know, I do give him respect there, but I think for 25 minutes, the guy's a center block for head. I'm going to try to put him out. I think I'm just going to piece him up. You know, my last fight, I got that cut. It's real hard to fight with one eye, dude. It's real hard to fight with one eye.
Yeah, it is.
And I will say, dude, that was...
And I defended the belt with one eye.
Yeah, no, I mean, hats off to you, man. Big on this fucking guy.
Dricus Du Plessis is also hoping to put a stamp on his rivalry with Sean Strickland. The South African fighter is just a few days away from the biggest fight of his MMA career, and he is making some bold predictions for how UFC 312 will play out. Dricus Du Plessis won the UFC middleweight title in a very close decision win over Sean Strickland in January 2024. So close that it arguably could have gone either way, but Du Plessis doesn't want to get a close fight this time as he is looking for a more dominant win. Speaking with Triple M Radio, Du Plessis said, "In my whole career, I've only gone the distance twice, and both have been incredible fights. I don't mind the distance if it's an entertaining fight. I've never had a boring fight in my life, and in this fight, I know I can finish the job." Du Plessis doesn't want to extend this fight as he wants to completely dominate Strickland. He thinks that he has got all bases covered and is ready to defend his title against Sean Strickland. Du Plessis added, "I don't see this fight going. I mean, we might see the championship rounds in rounds 4 and 5, but there's just no way that we're seeing the final bell. I'm prepared for a stand-up war, I'm prepared for the ground game, and I'm prepared to do whatever's necessary to win this fight." Whilst the middleweight champion remains incredibly confident in his own game plan and skill set, he understands that when it comes to someone as talented and skilled as Sean Strickland, strategy can only get you so far. Du Plessis further said, "It's hard to say because we've been in there together, felt the power and the speed. The unfamiliarity is not as great, but now everybody is coming in with a plan of, oh, we've seen what he does wrong, let's do this." Du Plessis knows that they only can prepare for this fight as the result is not in their hands. Du Plessis stated, "We have our plans, they have their plans, so it might be the exact same fight, just better, or it might be completely different on the night. Unfortunately, you can prepare as you want in terms of the game plan, but that goes out the window pretty quickly in any fight." Moreover, Sean Strickland said that this fight is important for his pride as he already has earned a lot of money in his career. Strickland has said that he can retire and enjoy a happy retirement life, but he knows that title shots are difficult to return, so he wants to make full use of that.
Do you feel a lot of pressure though, Sean? Because obviously the first fight, you know, I know you thought that you won.
Yeah.
This one, if you lose again, title shots are hard to come by.
Yeah, you know, man, I'm in a good place in my life, like financially. I mean, hell, I could probably retire and be pretty happy if I want to. I mean, money's good, and whoever says they don't fight for the money is a fucking lie. But when I walk into fights, I'm not fighting for a paycheck. I'm just fighting because I love it, and it kind of helps.
Sean Strickland believes he is giving more than 100% this time to get the job done. He doesn't want to rely on the judges, and the main target of him would be to knock out Du Plessis, and he knows that is not going to be an easy task.
You know, you thought you won the first fight with Dricus, so because of that, do you even have to change your game plan, or is it just, I just go out and do what I did last time and hopefully the judges get it right?
You know, man, I've been working my ass off. I'm giving 110%. I'm doing all the right things. I'm working hard. I'm going to hit harder, do all the right things.
Sean Strickland is in full confidence ahead of his UFC 312. However, the former champion recently fell from the motorbike and the fans warned him to stay safe because he could have gotten injured. He fell from the bike, but luckily didn't get a serious injury. Otherwise, his participation in UFC 312 could have gone under dark clouds.
Motorcycles are fun because they're scary. Every time you get on one, your butthole puckers a little bit and you're like, oh, it's real scary, but it's real fun.
Strickland seems to be completely ready for this fight at UFC 312 as he has predicted a knockout versus Du Plessis. He believes that he can beat the middleweight champion, and this time he won't need to rely on the judges to make this final call.
Dricus Du Plessis, how do you beat this guy? I mean, what are you expecting?
No, man, 25 minutes. I think it's going to, I don't want to go the distance, but the guy's a brick for head, you know. I just think, too, without the blood and the cut, the damage and to keep multiplying and multiplying, probably 4th, 5th round TKO.
Meanwhile, Sean Strickland has recently said that Alex Pereira hates Dricus Du Plessis, and the fans are curious to know the reason. Strickland doesn't reveal the real reason behind that, but he has confirmed that the light heavyweight champion hates the current middleweight champion.
I think Alex is an angry motherfucker. Like, Alex is angry, and for some reason, dude, he hates Dricus. Like, I don't know what you did to him, but he hates you, dude. So it's like, the way he looks at Dricus sometimes, I'm like, dude, like, I'm fighting him, dog. Like, it's me, dude. But yeah, no, Alex, he just has that hate in his heart, and he's a good dude, so he's out there. I was like, yeah, let's get in. But
well, this is all we have from today's video, and hopefully you have liked it. What are your predictions for the fight between Du Plessis and Strickland at UFC 312? Do let us know in the comments section and give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get instant notifications about our latest videos.